This is Eric Muathe, Muathe.com, pre-market for June 12th, 2019. Let's take a look here. Markets are called to pretty much open unchanged for the day, but I wanted to discuss here. I see that on the news headline, they're talking about the fact that Apple has had a nice couple of sessions, up 1% in each of the last 6 days. So 1% up for the last 6 sessions. Let's take a look at the daily chart to see what the chart looks like. It is called to open lower slightly. So let's see what the daily chart looks like prior to today's market open. All right, so this is yesterday's close. I'm going to draw a couple of lines. The first one is going to be a backtest line that's going to connect the lows here. And there's a slight node right there. I'm going to extend that line. And you can see that as of yesterday, the market had come back to test the underside of this line. So depending on what happens here, we got two scenarios. We can break out above that line to continue higher, or we can hit that line, respect the line, and start pointing down. Now this would be similar to a period here where we had this line here, actually this line. And we get a break below the line right here. I'm going to go ahead and extend that line. And you can see how uniform activity above the line and back below it gave us that daily top. And of course, since then, market's been low. Now, this is pretty much the same thing. This was a backtest uniform activity reversal. What I'm saying is if we end up seeing rejection here on a day-to-day basis, then on a short term, this is where we can expect a pullback as far as Apple's daily chart is concerned. So that's one view. Now keep in mind, if you take a look at both lines, this line and this line, they are somewhat parallel in nature. So this is where I would expect to see some type of a resistance, or the market trying to decide what to do next. Now there's another way of looking at this, which is to figure out again where we break down. And let's go back to this break point here. In fact, let me change colors here just so we can have a different look. And so we're going to draw that line again right there. Now one thing I should have mentioned is take a look at where Apple is trading, just slightly under the 61.8 RSI level, 61.8. But then let's go back to this line here, and again you can see that break also happens to be around the RSI level of 61.8. What I'm going to do is draw another line representing the recent breakpoint here. Now you'll notice if I connect the 2 points, they match up very well. So in other words, the market is very aware of this level here, which is similar to this breakpoint, again around the RSI 61.8. Now you'll notice that we went above it and back below it here. Again, the uniform action, there is a market open for the day. Uniform action rejection here is what gave us that top. And we can see that if this turns out to be uniform action rejection, it's going to be around here where we see a market pullback. So what I can do here is briefly take a look at where Apple is trading. We can see down slightly right now, down about 0.44%. No big move. Let's take a look at that daily chart again with a refresh. And already we can see that the levels we were discussing right there and the other level are being respected by the stock. So also happens to be around the 200-day moving average. All these are playing actually the 50-day moving average right here. If reversal takes place here based on the RSI and price, this is where you can expect a swing trade lower. Eric Muathe, Muathe.com. As always, good luck, peace, and blessings. I see.